Good evening. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. This will be our 11th problem solving session. This will be the second last class. Uh, for now we have studied all the primary, secondary, tertiary treatment. We have studied about the sludge. What do we do? How we can treat the sludge. We had studied about all the current technologies that we are using around the globe or in India. This week is all about the reuse application. We have treated water. Now, how to reuse it? How much to like the degree of treatment that we require in any water is dependent on the reuse application or the discharge effluent. These two things are important. Either we are discharging them in a bigger water body or over land, or we are reusing it. So, whatever treatment we want, these things are depending upon the degree of treatment the reuse application we want. Okay, so Sir has taught many technologies how to reuse, reduce, all those things about the water. So, we'll be solving some questions on that. So, I'll share my screen. Then we'll solve some question. You can answer them in the chat box or you can use the polls. I'll share the polls with every question. Okay. So this is week 11. So the first question is recycling and reuse of wastewater helps in pollution control of natural water resources, reducing quantitative stress. Some sound is coming. No? I'll correct it. Providing alternate source of water uses or all of the above.
I love the app.
Okay. I'll launch polls for it as well. So the answer is all of the above. We recycle for all these things. We recycle or reuse water for the environment so that this bad water, untreated water is not accumulated. We since day by day fresh water availability is less. So what do? We try to reuse the wastewater in some other aspect. Like what we can do is in our flushes we can use this treated wastewater instead of using fresh water. Okay, so these things are there. So coming to question number two. So this is your question number two, and this is the polls for question number two. Recycling and reuse are match the wastewater reuse type class with examples: direct potable use, indirect potable use, and non-potable use. Okay, you can match this 1, 2, 3 with ABC. Please try to solve this question. And you can answer them in the chat box as well as polls. Okay, we'll see the solution. So the solution is A. Yes, you're right. The wastewater reuse in gardening and horticulture is non-potable use. And the wastewater reuse, this line is repeated. I'll remove it. Treated wastewater recharging with aquifer means when we are recharging the aquifer, means the groundwater table, then this can be like we are not directly using the wastewater, but we are putting the wastewater, we are storing it somewhere, we are blending it with our uh, raw water, kind of raw water storage facility which is already present inside the ground, then we are using it. And here what we are doing in the direct potable use, what we are doing, we are we are able to clearly see that we are blending wastewater with raw water reservoir of the water treatment facility. In indirect potable use, we are putting the water in any river or in groundwater, all those things, from where we will use this water, treat it, then we will use it. But in direct, what we do? We will directly put the treated wastewater in the treated water facility. We are not treating it again. Okay? So that is the difference between direct and indirect potable use. We'll move to next question. This is question number 3, and these are the polls. Treating and recycling grey water is easier than sewage recycling because I hope you know the difference between grey water and the whole sewage recycling. Grey water means the water where which is not contaminated with the feces, is easier than sewage recycling because it contains less organic load, less ammonia, and less pathogens. We'll see the answer. So the answer is D. Uh, you have answered A. See, this grey water means it does not contain pathogens. It does not contain feces. Okay, and in feces, pathogens are mostly present in soil. The source of pathogen in water is mostly soil and feces. So it is easier to recycle because these things are not there. Pathogens are disease causing organisms. These things are not there. Otherwise, we have to take extra care of water. That is the problem with the sewage recycling if we are treating the whole water. But in grey water, since these disease causing organisms are not there, that is why it is easier to treat. This will be our next question, and these are the polls for it. The municipal sewage recycling, sorry, the municipal sewage recycling in comparison to grey water recycling requires higher treatment cost. See, it's talking about the treatment cost and the separation of grey water collection system. Like if we need some separate collection system for grey water or not, and about the treatment cost. So you can answer this question. Okay, what extra we need? What will happen if we are recycling the sewage? Not only the grey water. Grey water is a part of sewage. Okay, we will see the answer. So the answer is A. Yes, you are right. If we are recycling the whole water, so as we have seen in previous question, pathogens will be there extra, some more organic matter will be there, and more ammonia nitrogen will be there. So of course treatment cost will be high, but because we are not treating grey water only, that is why no separation of grey water collection system is required. Okay, this is our question number 5, and these are polls for it. Which of the following is an example of restricted municipal reuse of treated water? Treated water, reuse of treated water in bathrooms and showers, toilet flushing, and kitchen, or all of the above. We are talking about restricted municipal reuse. See, sometimes the clear water means the treated water has better water quality than the river water or the water sources itself. But due to some public stigma, what happens that we feel okay, this is treated wastewater, so we will not use it. So that is also one of the reason why we try to put this treated water inside in any aquifer or in river. Then we will take it directly and treat it again, then use it. So these things are also there. So in some cases, we will restrict the reuse of wastewater to some applications. So this is what this question is talking about. So the answer is B. Because we will feel okay, this is treated wastewater, so we are not going to use in kitchen for making our food or for washing our utensils. And this is treated wastewater, so we are not going to bathe from it. We will think, okay, this was already dirty water, so how can I put this water on over me? So that is why the most common application of treated wastewater is toilet flushing. Here, no contact between your body and the water is there, so it is most accepted treatment, most abstract. So this will be the easiest way to reuse the wastewater. Okay. So coming to question number 6. Even the water quality is much more clear, much more better than the raw water that we use itself. But still, there will be some social stigma. That's why we are not using it. Okay. So the next question is the major consideration for artificial groundwater recharge with treated wastewater include the major consideration I'm talking about. Poles are there. The considered aquifer is not in connection with the surface stream. Here we are talking about the connection. Water is recharging shallow aquifers and not leaking to deeper aquifers. Water-based recharge is not polluting the receiving aquifer. The water can be withdrawn as and when needed. What can be the answer? We'll see the solution. So the solution is C. This is what our target is. That the water should be as much as clear that it is not polluting the receiving aquifer so that whenever required we can use it. And these things are not taken into consideration. Okay. If the water is clean enough, it can be blended with aquifer water and we can use it whenever required. Coming to question number 7, I'll launch polls for it. Which of the following is true about decentralized wastewater treatment system? Water treatment systems are of two types, centralized and decentralized. And so, which of the following is true regarding decentralized wastewater treatment system? I hope you know the difference between the centralized and decentralized. In centralized, there will be one common facility for every like for every abstraction unit, and in decentralized there will be separate wastewater treatment facility for all the colonies or for all the villages, like depending upon the scale of investment we want. So wastewater is collected, treated and reused close to point of generation. It is fairly modern management technique. The operation and maintenance of these systems is always easier, even collectively than centralized system. Okay, we'll see. So the answer is A. Okay, and this is not any. This is not like we are using decentralized system, but this is not a modern management technique. In many houses from the time immemorial, there used to be septic tank concept was there. So septic tank is also a kind of a treatment unit. A settling tank or an anaerobic treatment unit is there. In many places, people have septic tank at their home. So this is not a very new thing. Second thing, the operation and maintenance is not easy because there are so many small treatment plants that we need to take care of. So that's why it's not easy. But this wastewater, but reuse is easy because we need to take care of only small portion of water, so we can reuse it as much as we want. So coming to question number 8, as per WHO, microbiological quality guidelines for wastewater used for irrigation of sports field or public parks. Fecal coliform per 100 ml should be. Fecal coliform are, these are the indicator of pathogens. They are itself not pathogens, okay, but they are indicator of pathogens. Means in any wastewater, if pathogens were there, these fecal coliforms will be there. Okay, even when the pathogens die, these fecal coliforms still be there, and we will know, okay, at once there was pathogens. So these are itself not pathogens, but they are the indicator of pathogen. And pathogens are disease causing microorganisms, mostly from the feces as well as the soil. So what can be the answer? We'll see. So the answer is B. Yes, you are right. And where we want fecal coliform to be 0?
Drinking water.
Oh, very good. Thank you. So in and one more thing, not only fecal coliform. In drinking water, we want total coliform to be 0. Okay, total coliform means fecal coliform plus non-fecal coliform. Total coliform is the indicator of drinking water. And fecal coliform only, if we are talking about fecal coliform only, it is the indicator which we use for wastewater treatment. So in drinking water, we want total coliform to be 0, not only fecal coliform. Okay, we'll move towards next question. Question number 9, and these are the polls for it. Contact domestic reuse of treated wastewater is an example of. Here we are having contact with the water. So unrestricted urban reuse, restricted urban reuse, environmental reuse, or none of the above. Okay, we'll see the answer. So the answer is A, because we are allowing contact with our body to this water, so it is not restricted. Restricted will be when we are using when we are not allowing any contact. For example, flush that we have seen in a previous question. When we are using this water only in flushing, then that is restricted because contact is not allowed. But here the question is asking contact is allowed. Okay, so that is why unrestricted urban reuse. Going to question number 10, and these are polls for it. Packaged sewage treatment plants are regarded as a viable solution for centralized or decentralized or both of them or none of the above. You answer this question. We'll see the solution. So the answer is B. Packaged STP have capacity limitations. Okay, capacity limitation is the problem. That is why we cannot use it in centralized, because centralized wastewater treatment plants will be very big, very huge in capacity. Therefore, packaged STP are used only for decentralized wastewater, recycling in apartment complexes, large hotels, etc. Okay, so answer will be B. Moving to question number 11. The key financial aspect that need to be considered before choosing centralized or decentralized wastewater system is overall process cost, potential for phase-wise implementation or modular design. Modular design means it payback period and all of the above. So what is modular design? Like we have first we will check how many people are living in an area. Okay, and so we decided, okay, these many people are living and they will be living here for 5 years. So we will use this treatment facility, like 10 MLD treatment facility. Now after 10 years, there are more people are coming, migrating. So we think, okay, now we can put some more. Now after 10 more years, more people are coming, so we will install one more unit. So this is what we call modular design. First module, second module, and third module. Okay, so this is modular design. So this is what we call phase-wise implementation. Okay, so how do we choose centralized or decentralized? What do we want? Overall process cost or modular design, payback period, or all of the above? Payback period is what? After some time, like the revenue generated will be more than the investment cost of that product. Or here we are talking about treatment plants itself, or all of the above. So the answer is D. Okay, we will look into all these aspects, then we will plan. This modular design concept is easier for decentralized. This is very difficult for centralized processes. Uh, what can happen? Could you please answer? Like, what can happen if we are installing a treatment plant? We are projecting population of 50 years, like very high population we are projecting, and we are installing a treatment plant according to 50-year projection. But very less people are living in that area for now. What can happen? Like our 50-year plan is 500 MLD, but for now only 50 MLD is required, and we have installed a treatment plant of this capacity. What can happen?
One is your sewer size, the sewer flow rate will decrease.
Hmm.
The amount of the tank size, you'll be having a very less quantity for treating.
Correct.
Uh,
Very correct.
you will be
We will
facing
be, it won't be feasible. Like we will be underutilizing the plant. So we, and if any problem happens, if any treatment unit is not working, whole plant will be collapsed. And like it is like we are just putting on money and we are not getting anything. The plant capacity is underutilized. All the pipes, all those things will be underutilized. So it may increase the chance of corrosion, as well as there will be various other problems. It will be not easy to maintain. Okay, and for any biological system, what will happen? Since we have a big thing to take care of, only small flow is coming, yani less bacteria, all those things are coming. Okay, so the organic matter won't be treated properly. Yes, Sheila, you want to say something? Sheila, you have raised your hand. Is it by accident? You can lower it down. Okay, I think it was by accident. So the most, the maximum jerk will be in the biological system, because for biological system, the amount of organic matter should be there. Some good amount of organic matter should be there. But what will happen? The area is very large, very small flow is coming, so the organic matter will be less. Bacteria won't be able to feed, there will be lesser bacteria. If there are bacteria, they won't be able to feed properly. So no treatment will happen. Okay, they require apt quantity of bacteria as well as organic matter. Coming to next question, and these are polls for us. Augmentation of stream flow with treated wastewater is an example of indirect reuse, direct reuse, commercial reuse, or disposal without any potential reuse. Okay. So the answer is A, indirect reuse. Groundwater recharge and augmentation of stream flow are examples of indirect reuse. Hmm? We are reusing the wastewater, but when it is blended with our original water source. Coming to next question. The minimum treatment required for wastewater reuse for irrigation through drip irrigation system is, here we have, like I told you now, whatever treatment we do is depending upon the effluent standard as well as reuse application. So here in this question we are fixing a reuse application for irrigation, that too drip irrigation. So now we will think about what treatment unit we want. So what can be the treatment unit?
Option C, madam.
Okay, thank you. Well, yes, you are right. See, for any treatment, it's better to go for disinfection, especially in case of irrigation, because some pathogens will be there. Okay, and they may come into our crops. From there, they may come into our body. That is the first thing. Second thing, the farmers or the people who will be using that field, that pathogens will be, or that any water will be contact with their body, so it may cause some disease in them. That is why this disinfection is important almost in every reuse application. Even when we discharge this water into any river or any as well as groundwater discharge, disinfection will be there. Before that, secondary treatment and filtration we do for irrigation through drip irrigation system. And UV RO level treatment is not required. Okay. Coming to next question, question number 14. The zero liquid discharge policy primarily enforces industries to reduce their effluent production to zero, fully treat their effluent before disposal to wastewater, treat and fully recycle their effluent produced, recycle the untreated effluent produced for non potable uses. So what do we do when we talk about zero liquid discharge?
Option A, madam.
Okay, we'll see. So the answer is C. See, it is not when you are saying option A. See, the problem is it is not possible to zero the effluent production. Okay, effluent will be produced. Anything we do, if we will, uh, whatever we do, some effluent will be produced. So the point is reusing that effluent. So that is option C. We cannot reduce effluent to zero. Okay, there will be effluent, but we can fully treat it and reuse it. So it's like a cycle. So this is what we call zero liquid discharge. We are creating, we are reusing. Okay, we are creating or generating, then we are reusing. This is what we call zero liquid discharge. I hope you understood. Moving towards next question and the final question of week 11. One of the major challenges in implementing effective wastewater recycling program is lack of technologies, social acceptance, or limited quantity of wastewater generated in cities, or all of the above. Yes, you are right. The answer is, as I have already told you, even when the wastewater quality is better than the our raw water quality, raw drinking water quality that we are going to use for drinking purpose, we are not using wastewater because we will think, okay, this water has already gone out of our body. Why to put that in our body again? So just to what do we do to ensure the social acceptance? Like in even in IIT Madras campus, we have a very good sewage treatment plant. It produces very good quality effluent, but people are not using it. So what we have done, like we are storing this water in a lake. Then from lake, this water we have divided our water in two parts. One part we have stored in lake. From this lake, a water treatment plant is taking water, treating it, and distributing. So this water is going everywhere. Like we are using it for bathing and all other things. And the second part of water that we are not storing in lake, that we are storing in some important place, some tank we are storing, a clean tank after disinfection. Then we are reusing that water in our hostel flushes. So that is how we are using it. So the same water, when we are putting in lake, we are using in all other purpose, even bathing. But when we are not storing that water in lake, we have just stored it in a tank in the wastewater treatment plant itself. That water we are using in our flushes. So that is how it works. Okay. So any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So I'll close the recording and I will close the class now. Okay. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.
The